Matt again, and let's do a Transformer review on Leader Class Animated Megatron. Okay, in this version, he's a helicopter, and his alt mode is extremely cool. Let me say that again, his alt mode is extremely cool. It's got a lot of details. It's got double blades for the copter wings, and if you move one, the other one moves, like so. Just a really cool little touch there. His front has got see-through glass on it. Red, looks like a little seat in there. It's really, really cool. Two red points on like what be his thrusters, I guess. Mostly gray. His legs are black with red highlights here and here. Red highlights there and there. He's got two jet thrusters on his back here, which is where you keep the batteries for his sound gimmicks. Just really, really cool. He's got a gun on the bottom of him, right there. Pretty cool, right? And sound gimmick when he is in his helicopter mode. How cool is that? Flashes red right here. All in all, I really like his alt mode. I think it's really, really cool, really well done, really just tight. No complaints with his alt mode. Alright, let's do a size comparison with Universe Darkwing. You can see he's much, much longer than Darkwing. Much, much longer. And I picked Darkwing because he's of Ultimate class, where a Leader class. And I thought it would be a pretty good size comparison just to give you what you're paying the extra money for in size comparison alone. But he's a lot bigger in size-wise, just pure front to back size-wise. And you can tell from this angle how much bigger he is. He's probably an inch bigger on both sides. Just a lot bigger, just a lot more detail too. Just a great, great figure. And from this angle, you can just see the wide comparison of height. Just lots. It's just lots. A very big Transformer. Just a very big Transformer and a very cool Transformer. Accessories. Right here we have his two blades for his helicopter and his cannon from the underneath. Now, what's Megatron without a huge cannon? You know over Megatron? Look at these three slots right there. You'll see three slots on both sides of this, and that's actually how his weapon goes in. And just a really cool little thing right there that I really kind of enjoy. And it just pops onto his hand just like that, and it's extremely stable, which you probably wouldn't think so just by looking at it, but it really goes in there well. Now we'll go ahead and do these helicopter blades. Pop open, like so, and on the back, there's a tab. And you pull that out, and you have a sword. And just for kicks and giggles, you'll have two swords. That's right, Megatron is a double-bladed warhammer and sword kind of guy, and this aspect of him. Now look at these blades, they're really well detailed, and they're just really cool looking. I mean, come on, what a great accessory. How are you going to beat that? Megatron wielding a gun and two swords? Jeez, I'd be scared. Okay guys, let's go ahead and do some detail on Megatron here, on his robot mode. He's got these two holes right here, which kind of give him a cool Cybertronic look to him. Really, really cool on both arms. The big old Decepticon symbol in the back, or in his chest plate, has three gimmicks to it. One. Now if you noticed, I don't know if I got it in there good enough. If you look at his faceplates and you press that down, his mouth moves. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just really cool, and it keeps blinking for a minute. I mean, a really cool little touch there. I like all the little somethings there. Now, if you have the bulkhead automatic character, you can go ahead and put the headmaster unit on Megatron. He will fit. That's a cool little gimmick to do. Yeah, I just didn't bring it out, sorry. Just really detailed. He really, to me, reminds me a lot of Megatron, you know? Like how Megatron is supposed to look. His face is so well detailed. I'm trying to get that in there for you right now. Just a really reminiscence to me of the old Megatron where he's gray and just looks like a badass. I mean, this is a great tribute character. The best that I've seen in Megatron in a long time. Okay, here's a size comparison of Darkwing and Megatron. You can see they're about the same height. Megatron is just more beefy looking. Much more beefy looking. Width-wise, Megatron is a lot wider than Darkwing. Bio on Megatron, animated style. I'll say this before I say anything else. From all the other series that has a Megatron character, including the movies, excluding the comic books, animated Megatron is about as close as you're going to get, in my opinion, to original G1 Megatron. In appearance and mannerisms and just overall feel for Megatron, G1 Megatron just gives you that feel, or animated Megatron just gives you that feel. If you remember from the original cartoon, G1 Megatron actually cared about his troops. He showed it in really bad ways, but he cared about his troops. Animated Megatron is a lot the same way, you know? His relationship with Lugnut, I think, shows that a bit, you know, and you can see that he has trust in some of his people, which Armada Megatron didn't have trust in anybody, and nobody, you know, even Thrust, he didn't trust nobody, you know. Demolisher, who was probably the most loyal character you can get, he didn't trust him, just didn't trust him. Same thing for Energon, and I'd even go as far as to say the same thing for, you know, Cybertron. This guy has trust in some of these people, you know. He has trust in Lugnut. He has trust, and Megatron from the original series had trust. And in that aspect, and just, he's a leader, you know, and he doesn't mind getting his hands dirty, kind of like. In the original show, he built the Stunticons. In this show, he designs, you know, Soundwave. He designs the bodies for all three of the Dinobots. I mean, he's a brilliant guy. And the other Megatrons were just a badass firing force. This guy has something to him. So that's my take on animated Megatron. And I will get some people that disagree with that, but for my book, other than G1 Megatron, animated Megatron is probably my favorite Megatron from all the series, with a close kind of rivalry with Beast Wars Megatron. But for my money, animated Megatron is really cool, and I think he's a great throwback.